Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Okay, we are joined with the victorious Befan Hall. Befan, another win tonight. Obviously, last time out didn't go your way. How do you feel after that performance?
Feel really good. It was good to kind of put all the rumours to bed. Like, I had a few people message me saying that after the way that I started last one, I was a bit erratic, a bit too flighty, and came out the gates way too quick. And people were just messaging me like, it's not for me. And messaging a 19-year-old kid that when you're sat at home, it's a bit thingy if you ask me. But I went out there this time, showed that my striking is legit, caught him with a few kicks, good few punches, and when the opportunity arose, took him down, and you've seen it there. Dagestani handcuffed into the strikes, and as soon as I was on top of him, I just felt the air getting sapped out of him straight away.
And obviously, he was a bit of a late, last-minute kind of call-up. But from what you did know about him, what sort of fight were you expecting?
I was expecting a tough, gritty fight, to be honest. Like, a lot of people were saying, like, oh, he's 2-3, but look at the boys who he's lost and look at the boys he's fought. Like, he ended there for no reason. Like, he's not taking a fight against me on short notice if he doesn't think that he's capable of winning. And he fought Ellis Richards before and give him a good run for his money until Ellis subbed him in the first round. So he's a game opponent, and people need to watch out for him because he's a proper killer.
We've been watching you, I'm pretty sure, since your debut now. It's been quite a bit of time. But the one thing that stood out for me in this fight in particular was your confidence. From the way you walk out, the way you fight, everything seems to have gone up confidence-wise. Just how much do you think you improved since that first fight?
Oh, massively. The first fight, I'll always remember it as a lot of people weren't expecting it, especially from the gym. I was just a very quiet kid, going out there and putting on a performance like I did, getting the finish like I did. Shocked a few people. Then obviously second outing, I lost to a great fighter in his own right, and then went back to drawing board and started again. That's one thing that a lot of people don't realise is that I took nearly a year off and worked on my whole game altogether after that first loss, and I came back and went on that 6-fight win streak where I won the Cage Warriors flyweight title, the Four Nations, and the SFC bantamweight title. And then unfortunately picked up that loss March, but I'm here now and I've put it right, and we're going to go back on that streak again and finish this amateur career on a high.
And we mentioned Ellis Richards there. There's a chance he could be fighting for the bantamweight title next. Absolutely. There's also a chance you could be fighting for it next. At the end of the fight, you were calling for the belt. How do you see the title picture playing out here for you?
It's a weird one. Obviously, I won the 135 belt on short notice because one of my teammates pulled out. Vacated the belt then for Ellis to go win because I was comfortable making 125, but I don't feel as comfortable now making 125. So it's a discussion for the coaches to make. If they want to put me in for the title, they can put me in for the title. But I have no things. I want the title, obviously, to be the champ. It'd be a great honour again, but he's never tasted that gold and he can go all the way. So if it was a pick between us both, I'd probably root for him a bit more.
And obviously, right now you probably had you've got the most experience out of a lot of the guys who fight on these sorts of cards now. Mindset-wise, where do you place yourself sort of in the amateur scene across the UK? Because there's not, the two losses that you've had, close fights, understandable, the two guys have gone on to do really well. But how do you think you match up with sort of everyone else? Would you put yourself in the question for one of the best flyweight / bantamweights in the country?
I am the best flyweight and I am the best bantamweight. When I turn up on my day, like today, there's no one stopping me. And you can call it cocky, you can call it arrogance, you can call it what I want, but I'm telling you now, when I show up, the last time I didn't show up, but that's not taking anything away from Kieran, a phenomenal fighter, but when I show up and I'm on my day like I was today and like I will be from now on, ain't no one stopping me. And that's not just in the amateur ranks either. I believe I see a lot of these people on like Cage Warriors, Eris, and all these shows, pro fighters, pro flyweights, and I'm looking at them and they're boring, man. I'm looking at them and I think to myself, well, I could stop him in under 2 minutes. Like, you see him gassing in the first round and with 3 minutes left to go, and it's like, you gas with me with 3 minutes left, even a minute left, mate, and you're getting put to sleep. It don't matter. Whether on the feet or on the floor, I got the confidence now. In my striking as well, I will put people out. And it's just a matter of time about showing that.
I love that. And how far away is the switch to pro? You seem very confident that it's coming, but when do you see it playing out?
That's another thing. Like, my achievements speak for themselves, but it's all down to the coaches. Like I think if it was anyone else in my position, you look at Levi, won the belt, defended the belt, won the 4 Nations, he's gone pro, but he's 21, 22. I've just turned 19 years of age. I'm happy to see out the rest of this year at amateur, and then a bit of next year, and then make my pro debut 2021. I'm not in a rush, but it's getting to that point now where I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking at the UFC and everything like that, and I know that I'm at the level that half of them guys are, and I've just got to go out there and show it. So I'm coming for the flyweight title. I'll go for the flyweight title. If Eddis is going for the bantamweight title, I'll go back down. Maybe ask for day before or something like that, just so it gives me a bit more lenient with the cut, like. But if I go in for the bantamweight title, I'll go in for the bantamweight title, and then I'm going to defend my belts. I would like to run Raddy again and win them both, but it's not the right thing to do, not the right teammate that I am, so that's it.
And finally, anyone you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Just all my team, Eddis, Richards, Carl Richards, all them boys just for helping me, pushing me through the trenches. Like they're my 2 main sparring partners, wrestling, MMA. So we share the same love for the sport. We both want the same thing, all 3 of us. And certain days I get my ass kicked, certain days I don't. Certain days they get their ass kicked. It's the perfect training. I couldn't ask for a better training partner. So thank you for them too, and just the coaches and everyone at Shaw's Mixed Martial Arts, especially after the last one. I was in a bit of a dark place, like, but they brought me back up and said, hey, it's just the apprenticeship learning part of it. So I took that on board, and here we are, back in the win column.
Love it. Befan Hall, another win, another finish. Can't wait to see how the rest of the year plays out. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.